Man, welcome to another exclusive episode of Real Shit Let's Talk podcast. Today, I got my brother, my fam, Dee Boogie.
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing? It's a pleasure to be here.
Hey, man, the pleasure's all mine, man. What's going on in the city of Atlanta for us?
Man, you know Atlanta is Atlanta. You from here, man. You know, hey, we just shaking and moving and doing what we can, boy.
I'm going to say this exclusively, and, you know, he might take it, he might not. But, hey, we call him Mr. Paramount. Listen, when I tell you his setup is dynamic, and his whole ambiance setup is phenomenal. And when you see it, that's why you call him Mr. Paramount, because he's Mr. Camera, Mr. Roll, Mr. Director, Mr. Set that shit up and make you put that shit on. You know what I'm talking about? But then let's get into it, man. Talk about so in this journey of being like a director with the cameras and everything like that. Why this was your true passion? Why did you feel like this was your calling?
Just to take it all the way back, man, like I've always been a visionary, right? Like, you know, like even growing up as a child, like my mother always used to keep like little digital cameras around and things like that, camcorders, I should say. And we used to like record as kids, man. And always had this sense of, you know, always wanting to create something, you know what I mean? And I always had this sense of like I enjoy real reality, if that made any sense. So the thing is, like, it carried into my adulthood. Now, I do want to say I came from a sports background. You know, I'm 6'3", you know what I mean? Like, so I played ball and all those different things, but I knew that wasn't for me, right? I knew that I was not going to play professional sports. So I was like, what do I do? What do I want to do that I enjoy, that I can get away from the stigmas of drug dealing and being a player and all the stuff that of the community I was in? So I thought about it, and I'm gonna tell you something. The first time I picked up a camera and I told people that that's what I wanted to do, people laughed at me. People laughed. They was like, "Bro, if you don't put down that camera, go get a job and all this other stuff." I was like, nah, man, I want to shoot my own music video, because at the time I wanted to be a rapper, right? But I couldn't. All right, look, hey y'all, look, let me take my glasses off, because I had to put my glasses on and all that. But yeah, I used to want to be a rapper and things like that. Lil Wayne, I was inspired by Lil Wayne, you know what I mean? So the thing was, I was like, yeah, let me try to do this rap thing. But then I was like, the rap really wasn't working, so, you know, I couldn't really afford it. Like, music videos back then, if you know, music videos you couldn't get nothing under $800, you know what I mean, for a good music video. So at that time, I was around 19, 20 years old, so I was like, yo, I gotta do something, man. So I went out to Walmart, bought me a $300 camera. I went from East Chicago in Indiana all the way up to Chicago. I took a weekend and filmed every single hype party. I'm talking about celebrities in there. You talking about the girls, all that, right? First music video. Now get this, bro. Get this. So did that, went around. I'm talking about the fights and everything, bro. And I compiled a music video for a song that I had wrote and produced. Put it over all of these parties, things like that. The video went viral. It went viral, right? It went viral. Everybody was like, yo, did you see that video Dee Boogie just posted, blah, blah, blah. And I got a call one day. And this gentleman had asked me, he said, Dee Boogie, who shot and edited your video? I was like, I did. He was like, bro, I'll pay you $500 right now to come shoot my video. And I've been at it ever since. Put down the rap, put down everything else, and I found my passion. Or I should say, you know, the passion found me. And I've been at it ever since, brother. Like, ever since then, it's been video after video after video, music video, the learning. I didn't even go to school for this. So everything, no, I didn't even go to school for this. So if you wanted to say YouTube University, yes, of course.
Hey, shout out to YouTube University graduate.
Right? Exactly right. So the thing is, like, I did go to YouTube University. I did get a chance to get a lot of mentors. So I would say that right there was, for me, right? For me, because I'm the type of person, hands-on experience and hands-on learning has always been my thing. Like, I'm not the type of person to where, like, I can learn something from a book. I need to be in the field, you know what I mean? So from YouTube University and creating my own productions and working with different clients, and also as well having great teachers and mentors, like, that is like the dynamic of my foundation as far as learning all of this. So the thing is, if I could tell anyone out there, the first initial steps to getting into a creative entrepreneurial field is to, one, go out there and try it. Just do it. Just do it. Two, find you a mentor. Like, that's the one a lot of people miss, is how important mentorship is. Because with a mentor, you will avoid a lot of bumps on the road. And I'm talking about every aspect. I'm talking about financially, personal, mental. You know what I mean? People don't even talk about like how mentors can give you mental teachings. Like, hey, breathe, go to the gym, do this. This is how you deal with this. So the thing is, we have to really indulge into teachers that done it before us. A lot of us, of course, like even I had my period of it in adolescence to where I thought I knew everything. It was a hard reality to face once it really hit me, like that I knew nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm making money. I'm shooting everybody music videos, things like that. And once it really dawned on me, once I made it to like that level to where the industry guys was like really doing it, I walked on set. I'm talking about like $1 million music video set, like for a big major artist. I believe it was 2 Chainz. This was like 2011, 2012. And I walked on set and I seen all these cameras and these different lights. And I'm like, I ain't even scraped the surface. You know what I mean? So it's like, it was that reality. Like, yeah, I didn't know anything. But I would say teachers, learn every day, do it every day, take a passion into it. And also as well, and we had spoke about this, build a team. Build a team. Like, nobody can make it out alone. Like, you have to build a team. You have to build a network. You got to know how to network. You got to know the right people to network with. That is so vital and so critical to the growth of your company and your brand as a whole, is building a team around you to help you carry the load. Because no matter how you want to see it, I don't care who it is. Like, it could be Drake or Kendrick or whoever. Like, they have teams behind them, and I call them engines to push their brand. They have these powerful engines. These people are engines to push their brand of who they are. So I don't even always, and I'm gonna leave it at this, I don't even always appreciate the face of any brand or company. I appreciate the people behind them. I start researching who their assistants is, who is their product managers, who is this, because these are the people that are making things happen behind the scenes. So that's the whole thing with that.
And so when it comes to, you said that it's the people behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
So how do you choose your team?
So I have 2 different ways I do it. I believe in divine manifestation, right? I believe that we all have our own journeys and stories. So just as well I may manifest something or someone is manifesting me as well. You see what I'm saying? So I believe that I attract the people that are going to be a part of my team. Because the thing is, I'm already mentally thinking, like, how am I going to take it to the next level, right? Gotcha. So the thing is, like, I go out, you know, and like I said, networking is very important. Like, being a person in the space. Me and you met in a space, you know what I mean? Like, networking, right? Like, we right here. This is bringing the point all the way around. Like, you know what I mean? So the thing is, networking, meeting people. Like, the people, I love, Tyler Perry had quoted this. He said that people like, networking is like a tree, right? He was like, you have people, you have trees, you have leaves, and you have branches. So leaves, they'll leave you for a season. Some people are only in your life for a season. Leaves will leave you. But branches branch out and create other networks that's a part of your network. So I envision, like, I already know, like, a vision that, and let me go into this, right?
Hey, this is where it's been.
Right. I tell B, right, this is exclusive right here. So always plan to the end. A lot of us don't, we just do things. We don't plan out everything that we do, like for our brand and our company and ourselves, our family, whatever. You should have a plan a 1 month plan, a 3 month plan, a 1 year plan, a 3 year plan, a 5 year plan, to where you have it written down somewhere to where you're working towards that. Not just, oh, I'm just working towards $1 million. It's unrealistic. You have to have a plan, something that's tangible. So I want to circle back to networking, right? And building my team. How do I find my team? The first thing is you have to have drive and you have to have ambition to even be a part of my inner circle of people that I even communicate with. Because what's the famous saying? You should not be the smartest person in your circle. Everybody that you associate with should be able to teach you something, right? So the people that I attract in my team, I should be able to learn from them. And people think that, let me sit back on this one. Everybody want to be the boss, right?
Yeah.
Like, so the thing is, we look at things like everybody want to be the guy or the girl just cause. Everybody's not meant to be a boss. Sometimes you may have a great idea, and shout out to the bro Ray J. He had told me this. We were filming College Hill in Houston, Texas. This was like 2022. And we were just in the car, just driving. He said something interesting that grabbed me. He said that you may have the idea, but you may have to hire a CEO to do that because you're so busy doing other things. He was like, you may not even be fit to bring that idea all the way to life. I was like, yo, it hit me because I always have these great ideas that I'm working at. But the thing is, I know that I can't focus on all of them at once, because if you try to focus on one, the other is going to suffer. So the thing is, we have to put people in position, and that comes with team as well. Put people in position to help run your brand for you.
Okay, but it costs you.
Absolutely. Most times, because the thing is, some people will just be a part of your vision just because they believe in it. Right? And it may not, and I always tell people too, like, you look at your vision like a baby. You know what I mean? That could be bred by multiple people. Like, you could come in with 5, 6 business partners, and this is all the baby that y'all share together. And, everybody has different tasks in teaching this baby something and raising this baby something. So the thing is, you got to think about it. I tell people all the time, like, when you're coming into this, you're not only just coming into, like, and let's not say my brand, you're not coming into this atmosphere, but you're coming into this atmosphere knowing that it's yours.
Right.
So the thing is, they have to feel like it's theirs, because we all know what happens when, say for instance, somebody is just working a job. You know what I mean? When you punching the clock and you working for a multi-billion-dollar company, you're not really tripping about, I don't care about this milk on the shelf. Like, if it break on the ground, I don't care about it. But that owner, if the owner was in the building, he'd be like, bro, you just let that milk break, man. That's $5 of our, blah, blah, blah. But anybody else, but you got to make it, so the point I'm trying to get to is you got to make people know that it's their own as well. Like, you know what I mean? And whatever you're building, it got to be a shared collective of things, because the thing is, nobody is going to destroy something that they helped birth. Or they're going to take it, they're going to treat it more genuine. They're going to treat it, they're going to hold it softly if they feel that, if they understood that they put in the work, the time, the effort, and in raising this brand or this business idea that you may have created together. So the first thing is, find people that are passionate, that's genuine, that actually believe in the vision, you know what I mean? And get them to understand that. So that's the main thing, man. That's the main thing.
I think too, one of the other things that you said that was pretty interesting is, like, you had the vision.
Absolutely.
The dream.
Absolutely.
The plan. And you didn't care how it was going to happen.
Absolutely.
You just made it happen.
Absolutely. Yep.
So, you work in the business. We would say you're CEO.
Absolutely.
How does that, being the CEO, have you had to fire some people?
Absolutely, man. So I'm gonna go into that, man. Like, okay, so there's 2 parts of that, right? There's 2 parts of that. So I've had to fire people, and I've had people quit. The thing is with building a company from the ground up, right? From the ground up, and any entrepreneur, even yourself, it's long hours. There's no off days. You know, people get weekends off. No. Like, people have came to me and they were like, D, I want to do this. They were like, I want to be in the film business. I want to shoot shows. I want to be on set and all these, you know, because they see the glam in it. They're like working with celebrities. They're like, D, you're taking pictures of all these celebrities, blah, 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 whatever. But they don't know the work that goes into it, the studies, the staying up late nights, the long days, things like that. So I've had people quit on me because they just can't handle the load. Like, working, and every production person knows, if you're going to set, be ready to work 10, 12, 14 hours. That's just a part of the game. Also, as well, on top of that, you're not getting constant work. So most times in our industry, you may get a show. You might work on a movie or a show or something like that, and you may work for a month or two and then nothing for 2 to 3 months. So you got to live off of the money you made from that, because like I said, like, we're contractors in my business. So you get contracted to do a show, not knowing when the next one's going to come around. So you got to kind of hold on to that money. So I have a lot of people that may quit and they'll go back to working, you know, a regular job, and that'll be that on that. You know what I mean? So that's one way to look at it. But now firing people, I'm the thing is, like, I read people's potential.
Okay.
And I used to call it the Diddy effect. Jeez, because Diddy was so good at knowing people's potential, like off of no Diddy, man, golly. Yeah. But I used to call it the Diddy effect because Diddy in his career, he could see a star. Right. Like, you know what I mean? He could see a star. And the thing is, I have that same thing, right? I can see potential in people. So once I noticed that, say for instance, somebody's working with my brand or my company and I don't see it, I'll let them go, because I feel like I'm doing a disservice not only to myself but to them for keeping them around in an industry that they're not going to enjoy. So if I notice that they're kind of like lagging around, or they be like, oh man, we got to go to another scene, like things like that, little things like that, I'll be like, this industry is not for you. You know what I mean? Because everybody in my industry that really love what they do, they be like, man, we can shoot all day. They love it. They love it. So the thing is, yes, I have fired people, and also so I've had people quit under, you know, circumstances by either me or themselves, and it all works out in the end. That's just part of business.
Well, let me ask you this then: as doing what you do. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
Doing what you love, you enjoy that. How do you like incorporate that or instill to your child?
Okay, so give me that one more time. Give me that.
So, like, doing what you love,
right,
and being a visionary and all that. Do you instill those same qualities into your
in my work? Oh yeah, absolutely. So I guess I'll give you the long answer and I'll give you the short answer, right? So the long answer of that is, I believe that whatever we decide to do, right, any career, any pathway, anything that you do, you have to have passion in it. You should have passion in it.
Right.
So if you are not doing it to be the best, then why are you doing it? Okay. Like, so even if you shine in shoes, why not be the best shoe shiner around? Like, you know what I mean? So everything that I touch, everything that I do, I put 1,000% into it. Like, I'm talking about, I put all of my energy into it because I want to be great at it and I want to produce greatness. So the long answer to that is yes, absolutely. I carry everything that my life, and we've got into a space now. Let's just talk about it since it's the real shit podcast. You know what I mean? So look, so life now we've entered this space, and this is my opinion. We entered this space to where we do things just for money, which God never intended it to be that way. Like, it was always about passion. Since the beginning of time, I base a lot of my ethics off of primal instincts.
Right.
So if you go back to the beginning of time, art was always a thing. You know what I mean? You could look at all the artists, you know, Da Vinci, Beethoven, all these different artists since the beginning of time. So the thing is, they had passion. Divine passion. They wasn't doing it for the money. Like, you know what I mean? We have now people that are rapping, ball players, you name it, any profession, just doing it for money, and they don't like what they do genuinely. And I'll be like, why are you doing it, bro? Like, just because you're good at something or okay at something, it doesn't mean that you have to do it. You know what I mean? You can find your passion, and to my point, even is every lane, every profession has a top tier to where you can make all the money that you want in the world. You know what I mean? There's professional guys that make ties and bow ties and all this other stuff. So the thing is, it's like it's one of those things to where like do what you love for the passion. You know what I mean? Do it for the passion. So yeah, I carry that into everyday work life that I do. Like, so when I leave the house and I'm going to a production, even this production right here, y'all, even this one right here, I brought 1,000% to the show. You know what I mean? Every time. So yeah, exactly. He said.
Hey, I'm a stamp dad.
Yeah, man. So yes, 1,000% every time, man. Every time, like, and people can vouch for me. Every time I'm on set, I'm a good vibe. I'm loving to be there. It don't matter how long I need to be there. We gonna make it happen, man.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I like it, and just knowing like how we met. Man, we met at Mozzie's.
Shout out to Mozzie.
Shout out to Mozzie too. Man, from Love and Hip Hop as
Absolutely.
well,
Hey,
and his rap video as well.
Hey.
But we met at Mozzie's event, and Buddy was like he said, he was like, "This is what I do.
Yeah.
This is what I love, and this is the direction I'm headed." And I had to been like at least
2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years.
About 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So 2022.
Yeah.
Man, I was like, I gotta work with him, man. I want to work with him. I gotta work with him. Man, I want to work with him. And I never knew his feet.
Yeah.
But I knew that was the place I wanted to be, because meeting a brother like him and understanding the divine connection of entrepreneurship and willingness to say, I might not know what kind of star you are today, but because we meet at this divine moment,
absolutely,
later on down the road, something is going to come and metamorphosize even bigger.
Absolutely.
I might only have one camera.
Yeah.
I only might have 2 cameras. Now, hey, I can send my team, hey, y'all take this set over here, y'all take them 20 over there, and guess what? Just leave me this one right here, and I'm finna make it all happen.
Absolutely.
Like I said, this is why I call you Mr. Paramount.
Hey, come on.
And listen, what we talking about, as you know, this is why I said, like, I like Dee Boogie and everything, but I like Mr. Paramount. Because if you know what Paramount has done, and what Paramount can do,
absolutely.
You can capitalize. Hey, Mr. Paramount.
Yeah.
Hey, and it's just something to catch the eye.
Absolutely.
It's something that I learned, man, just with you.
Absolutely.
Everything I've seen you shoot, everything I've seen you do, you put 110% in, plus 1,000% in.
Absolutely.
You're a great father. You are a great businessman.
Absolutely.
You're a great mentor. And all of these things, again, it's like, I like these people in my circle.
Absolutely.
And I know when you touch that first meal, if you haven't already, he won't disclose all that shit. But
all right. Coming soon.
The thing I like the most is that you have a genuine, divine spirit that speaks volume to the masses.
Appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
And when people connect, I think this is what we're missing, right?
Absolutely.
We're missing shit like this.
Absolutely.
Where
yes, sir.
2 brothers can come together for one mission.
Absolutely.
And we can both eat off of it. You'll eat off today.
Yeah.
I'll eat off tomorrow.
Facts.
And once this goes viral, or we have a moment of, you could have did better at this one.
Right.
I learned something. I take something from it. I'm humble with it. And what I could say most is that I love the way that God put your vision in action.
Absolutely.
And, you know, man, I can have so many things to say.
Thank you, brother.
Like the last guest,
Yeah.
man. Shout out, Nisha.
Hey, Nisha.
Hey, six-figure strategist, shout out. You know, listen, man, trying to get me a good invite to Big Sexy Red's little party, man. I'm like,
shout out to Sexy Red. Look,
Sexy Red was happening.
hey, she about to be on this show. She'll be perfect to be on this show
hey,
too.
listen, hey, I do it. Hey,
Hey,
shout out, hey, y'all tag me Sexy Red in this night. Let her know. Hey, jump on this podcast, Real Shit, Let's Talk podcast.
Hey.
But yeah, man, but I always see you working.
Absolutely.
Every clip that I've seen, every video I've seen, every connection, like you, it's like you eat, sleep, and breathe this, man.
That's what it takes, man. So I even want to go into that, right? Like, you made so many. First off, thank you so much, brother. Like, look, we're gonna get into how we met and where that transition, because we kind of touched on it. But I even got my perception of the story, even how you was out there working too. Okay. You had your matter of fact, let's get into it now. Look, so you had your shirts. Brother had his shirts. He was going around the party. It was packaged nice and everything. He was out there working. And everybody seen just the genuineness in this brother. Like, he was taking pictures with people. He was just telling people, he was like, whatever you got. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever you got, I'll take it, blah, blah, blah. He had the shirts. He would have people posing for it. Because like I said, Mozzie, you know, this is a celebrity pool party. So the thing is, when I seen this brother grind, I could do nothing but respect it. I could do nothing but respect it. And when we finally got a chance to chop it up at the party, I already knew it was going to be a lifelong friendship. So we was going to make it happen. And now we here, 2 years later. Now we here, right in ATL, man, where it all started. So I want to go into that. But I also want to go into just talking about the fact of black, because you touched on it, black men being able to connect in a space like this.
Right.
Imagine a lot of black men, powerful black men like me and you, right. mentally all there, that went through our hardships, that's able to raise up more strong black men like us. Right. You see what I'm saying? And that's the vision. We need to be comfortable with each other in a space. I feel like, and this is me personally, right? Because there is different programs and things like that, but when you talk about camaraderie, when you talk about collaborating,
right,
we are powerful. We are one of the ethnic groups that spend the most money. There's no dollar more powerful than the black dollar, because we get rid of it. We spend it. Now that's a good thing and that's a bad thing. But the thing is, we need to now know where to invest it instead of just spend it. So the thing is, like, man, I can't even say enough, brother. Like, it's just an honor to even be able to be in your presence, to be able to have these type of conversations. Because, you know, we talked off camera for like a good hour and a half, you know what I mean, about all types of real stuff. So the thing is, man, I appreciate it, brother. I just do.
Hey, man, I thank you for it, man. And again, it's one of those things where, like I was saying before, Mozzie, you know, told you gotta meet him.
Yeah.
It wasn't like,
yeah,
I'm gonna pass you off,
yeah,
and this is some lame person, and they on some fuckboy shit,
right?
And none of that.
Yeah.
It was like, you need to meet him.
Absolutely.
Because where you started and where you are now, it's two different places.
Absolutely.
And I was like, okay, cool. If you felt that I am most important, or would be more impactful to meet this person, and we can come together and do what we need to get done, then that's where I need to be. And I don't mind. Like I said, it could be an all-day affair. And like I said, I would say the same about you, man. I'd have to say, if there was ever, like I said, I told you about your podcast, you know, I was like, but I understood, you know, I understand the dynamics that goes in there.
Right.
But I also know too, like, if there's ever a place where I can go on tour, or a place where they say, hey, listen, book me, it'd be about 2,000, 5,000, and I'm there.
Right.
You know, hey, tell me the dates, I'm in there. You know, I want to be there, or hey, I need you to talk to this person real quick via Zoom, via phone call. I like to connect with you. And I always knew that if you have a divine passion, it's going to make and manifest into something good and something great with intentionality. And that's what I get from you, intentionality to what you do and what you bring to the set. And I say that I feel like that you would definitely, I know your mentorship is going crazy. I know that the people that learn, as a matter of fact, let's just touch this real quick, what you instill into your daughter.
Right.
I feel
man.
that she would look the camera in his eye and say, Daddy, I love you. And that's what I want to instill in my kids. You know what I'm saying? But I see that you are a representation of not just a typical, unrealistic lifestyle black man.
Absolutely.
You stand on business, you talk business, you run your business, and anything about you is nothing but a businessman dressed up, tailor-made. I'm in the gym. I'm shooting shots after dark. I'm in the studio. Making plays.
Absolutely.
If this is $100, we'll make it.
I'll make it.
But guess what? You never let the money determine your passion or paint the narrative. It's just about the money. Because the almighty dollar, we spend it just like that. You know what I'm saying? And I see it. And that's what, like I said, one of the different strategies that I'm working on is how to go get the money. Now, once I go get the money, it's good that we can hustle and bustle and make it happen. But then it's another thing when the money just comes full circle.
Talk about it. Come on.
So when the money comes full circle, it's like I had to learn not to go chase the paper and chase the passion, chase the direction, chase the satisfaction of knowing that what I'm doing is worth to where I'm going. And listen, I'm ready for $1 million worth of game. I want to sit there and talk with Pitt, Wallow, and everybody. Like you said, behind the scenes, I want to put the people behind the scenes. I want to talk to them. I want to sit down and say, yo, how was it like this, man? I like to get celebrities on here and different things of that nature, and just to say, hey, give me like an hour of your time, and it'll be worth it. And guess what I'll do for free? Because normally I want to get to that point where I want to get paid for my time, but I'm willing to do the work to get there and pave the way so that when a person like we met today, 21-year-old, I tell him he wants to go to Jackson, Mississippi. I said, you can do this, but you got to believe it up here mentally. Mindset is everything, and then intentionality is another. Consistency is what I seen in you, and I was like, and there's some moments where I dropped the ball in my ordeal, and I was like, man, I saw something that you post, or I see you, hey, I'm still back in the gym, y'all. Hey, I took a little minute off, but you was back in the gym getting it done, and man, I was like, damn, my brother's out here doing it, and I'm going through it mentally, but me seeing my brother do it is knowing that, okay, I pivot a little bit and I'm going down. I watch them go up, and then I need to jump and just take that leap of faith and keep going. And so, like, man, like this divine moment here is like, man, I don't even know what to really to put it all into words, man. I am truly grateful and truly blessed that I'm able to do this, and for what I am aiming up to, because remember, they said my clothing brand is Out of 360, which means aiming up to improve, y'all. Check out the website, copy a few pair as well. But aiming up to improve is where I love to keep my level of intentionality. But I also know too that when we focus, in which now, as I'm into the podcasting, and it took me a little minute, and it's growing. And momentum loves speed, right? So when that happens, that's what I seen you do. Man, you was feeling like, you said College Hill. And what are you doing in Houston and you live in Atlanta, right? Like, I want to know, how did you get to go? Hey, you want to come to Houston?
All right,
you know? But we go where the money is. And if I got to travel to go get the money, hey, let's talk about percentages. I'm a percent guy. I like percentages more than I like a direct.
Absolutely.
Because if I get a percentage, my money's gonna keep coming on even when after, and then after, and then when it spins around. Remember that full circle.
Yep.
2 years ago, I did College Hill. Guess what? I'm still getting a check on that.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Come on, look, you talking your talk.
but that's where, again, with the podcast, it's like, that's what I like to do. I love to go on tour, and I like to throw one of many things, an entrepreneurship ball.
Right.
And when it comes with this entrepreneurship ball, it would be you, me, a few other people, Nisha,
absolutely,
Chase, and
have
these people come in and we're just a networking ball.
Absolutely.
And I think the ambiance of it is just, it's a grand ballroom, it's good music, it's good lighting, different things of that nature, but our intentions are to bring people into your program, into one of my programs, which is, I forgot to mention, the the accountability community on my Facebook, man, and it's free. And it's Real Shit Let's Talk community, and I like to include people to come in, and we just talk about accountability, because accountability is the number one key with self and building. And I've seen you do it time after time after time. And even if you don't post in a while, you'll come back a week later. Hit. And I'm like, yo, how did he just take off like this? And then I thought he just had a little moment. But a major setback is time for a major comeback. And when you do that, man, it's like, and when you see a black man do it, right?
It's different. It hit different, because you know the adversity and what we had to go through to get to that level. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's never easy.
Absolutely.
And that's where we don't get to really explain or express, because if you're hurt, brother, like I would like the divine relationship to be where it's, if you called me 2:30 in the morning, you driving home just under the influence, hey bro, you driving home, man, I'm a little gone, I'm 10 miles from the house, and nobody else is picking up, but you picked up. Can you stay on the phone? I'm gonna answer. You feel me? I know if you calling me at this time, it's got to be something important, or if I lost a family member, and I just mentally can't see myself through it. I like to be able to call my brother and say, listen, bro, I just need somebody to talk to right now. And I know I can go to therapy, and I'm not saying that you can't go to therapy, and I'm not saying not to reach out. But what I'm saying is that have that circle of friends, or that circle of brotherhood, sisterhood, that can take you to the next level, and that when we fall back or we fall down, they're there to catch us and uplift us. And that's what I say, One Films, and that's what I say you stand for. And that's the spirit that I got. And that's where, like, really was like, if intentionality is there, if passion is there, if my core self wanted it, I'm gonna go get it. And that's what I seen in you, man. And that's what I feel like, again, we don't have to express like, hey bruh, having a gloomy conversation. It's like, I don't know how many, you probably receive thousands of phone calls, and their spirits are in the right place.
Most of
And you have to either change the dynamics or paint the picture to make it better. And so then you're like, something's telling me I can't do this. And it might be the check is nice. But money isn't agreeing with your spirit, and it's like, hey, sorry sir, sorry ma'am, unfortunately I'd have to decline this offer. And maybe later on down the road, X, Y, and Z, and you may never work with that person. Or that person, have you had people that chewed you out, maybe? Cussed you out, made you feel like, dang, did I do something wrong?
Hey, absolutely. So, the thing is, like, you hit a lot of great points in that, man. And just to piggyback off of the last statement is I get calls all the time. Like you said, I get calls all the time from people just asking for things, like inquiring about things, like, hey, can you come shoot this? Can you come do this? And sometimes, like, it's things that don't exactly align with what I'm trying to do and where I'm trying to go. So say for instance, I have a 6-year-old daughter, right?
Right.
And I may have a strip club owner. This is Atlanta, you know what I mean? And I ain't got nothing against the strip club. I'll be in there sometime. But the thing is, just out to the strippers, you know what I mean? Look, I'm a heterosexual man. Like I like going to the strip club, seeing some pretty women. That's just what it is. But the thing is, I have a 6-year-old daughter, so I have to always be cognizant of that. So the thing is, I will get a call, say for instance, for someone or a young lady to be like, hey, Dee Boogie, I want you to shoot my OnlyFans. Or I want you to come to the strip club and shoot this. Most times I be having to turn it down because I got to keep in mind, if I put my name on there, my daughter's going to grow up thinking that's okay. I don't want her to think like, yeah, baby, you got to do this, and this is what daddy exactly supports in this light, you know what I mean? So the thing is, I have nothing against strippers because I understand, some of my closest friends are strippers, you see what I'm saying? So the thing is, I understand you got to do what you got to do. But the thing is also as well, on the back end of that, I'm trying to think about my future for my family. You see what I'm saying? So, yes, I get a lot of calls, man. I get a lot of calls to where, sometimes the vision doesn't exactly align with what I got going on. Not to say it's a bad idea, right? Because it could be a phenomenal idea. Imagine somebody, and y'all can take this if y'all want to, imagine somebody did a documentary about OnlyFans to where they follow girls that's on OnlyFans around during their day-to-day. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't know what they do beyond that. But the thing is, it's one of those things to where, could I do it? Would I feel comfortable doing it? Do God want me on this path doing this? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. But most times I just trust my spirit, and I'll just decline it if I just don't feel right about it. And and sometimes we have to push away from the table. We have to leave that money on the table. And it's hard for our coaches to do that. It's hard for anybody to do that. Money tight these days. We in a silent recession. We're in a silent recession. There ain't nobody talking about it. Inflation is way up. So leaving money on the table is sometimes hard. But the thing is, you have to do what your spirit is telling you to do. Because if you force it, we all know what forcing it happens. Bad things happen. Your car break down, house catch on fire. When you try to force something, bad things happen. So the thing is, don't force it, let it flow. If it feels good, take it. If it doesn't, sorry, not.
I like that, man. I mean, that was a very good point, man. And I think, but speaking to the masses, this is what the divine unit or unity of, if we came together to collaborate and we made the center of attention about our black men, our black women, and I mean all races, put it that way, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But if I put a certain amount of dollars in your pocket and I don't see you for another few months, another years, 2, or whatever, and an opportunity came across your way, that could sow the seed in me and help me grow, and you hit me up and you're saying, hey bro, listen, that wasn't, it's been a minute, but how fast can you get to LA?
Hey, yo, yeah.
I'm already here, and listen, if you could be here in the morning, bro, I need you up here. Got you.
Yeah, out of there, right?
I'm on the first flight out, you heard me?
Yeah.
Even if I got to take the spirit, I'm going to take the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to call on God and the divines of the heavens. I say, hey, God, listen, I got a little $80 in my pocket. And they say if I get there right now, the early bird special, I can get there today. I'm going to go take that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to Southwest by Southwest in the Delta. So, you know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm going to be a little bit safer, you know what I'm saying? You know, no disclaimer on Spirit and all those other ones.
Shout out to Spirit. They might be a sponsor one day.
Listen, Spirit, go ahead. Sponsor me today. I'll be on there tomorrow. You hear me? I ain't gonna doubt it from nothing. Let's go.
Look, then I want to piggyback off that too, brother, because you have a testimony even with this podcast right here. You told me earlier you drove 8.5 hours to even get to this podcast, to even do this podcast with me and the sister even before this. So the thing is, brother, I see it in you, and I love it, bro. You're willing to do anything to make your dream happen, and it may take time. And I tell people all the time, people see what I'm doing now, but they don't know the story behind the curtain. You see what I'm saying? Like they don't know the sacrifices that was made. And I just recently seen this. I'm a big podcast watcher and listener, right? So the thing is, like, I was listening to this podcast. Don't quote me on the podcast, y'all. I'll just be listening in shuffle mode. So this gentleman had said that just because you have $1 million don't make you a millionaire. And it's gonna go over so many people's head, but I'm gonna explain what he means. Being a millionaire is a mind state. That means that you can keep making millions. Some people, if I handed, say for instance, you a bag with $1 million, yeah, you got $1 million, but that don't make you a millionaire. You didn't do the work. You didn't put the time in to generate those millions. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, I always tell people, yeah, you can be a camera guy or a videographer, but are you a director? You know what I mean? Like, it takes the learning to be a director. Like, everybody likes putting that before their name, but you have to earn that. You have to do your research. You have to actually get some skin in it. And that's the same thing with everything. Because, yeah, we can make money, but we all know the people that make the most money that really didn't earn it, that really got it fast, and you know, if you scamming, drug deal, whatever, they don't really appreciate it. Right. But somebody that worked their butt off, can we curse on here? Oh, you real shit podcast. Okay. Will work their ass off to get it. Yeah. They gonna appreciate it, and they're gonna invest it, and they're gonna give it back because why? They understood what it took to get there, right? So the thing is, like, I always think to myself, like, go through those moments, like, go through those hardships. Like, you know, a lot of us know what it felt like to lean that seat back in the car to go to sleep. You see what I'm saying? People don't even know that them 2 clicks. I did that many nights. If you know about them 2 clicks, that's that doom. You see what I'm saying? Sleep, right? You know what I mean? I did that many nights, man. We've been to places. I've battled my demons. I had to unlearn generational traumas, things like that. So the thing is, go through those things because guess what? God knows your passion. He understands where you're trying to go. But the thing is, he has to shred off all that dead weight before he puts you in that. I tell people all the time, if somebody gave me a movie deal 10 years ago when I was praying about it, I wouldn't have been ready. I'd have failed. I would have failed because I didn't have the learning. I didn't have the understanding. I didn't have the people skills. I didn't have the business sense. Like, I would have failed, but God knew that. God was like, I'm about to send you through all these hardships. I'm about to take you through this valley of ups and downs, and I'm going to get you prepared for it. So now, as we're in this meeting on July 10th, I'll fly to LA to meet with Netflix and Paramount.
Hey, Mr. Paramount has just declared already the manifestations that took years to get. Absolutely. And now he's there. Absolutely. And they called him.
They called me, right?
He ain't called him.
They called him, right?
That's why I said Mr. Paramount himself. Netflix deal, Paramount deal. Everything, all the networks, ABC, BET, they all have called him, and it's like, yo, can you fit us in your schedule? And Mr. Paramount himself, aka Dee Boogie, is like, well, let me get back to you. That's when you got control. When you can paint the narrative for yourself, and you can say, hey, I'm available this day, but I'm unavailable the next day. They have to take it for what it's worth because your time is important. Absolutely. Your time is also money. You have to also remember that nobody can make you do anything that you don't want to do, but also your mindset and your intentionality and your vision can take you where you want to be. And this is why I say, hey, this brother right here, this Negro right here, this confident man right here, this entrepreneur man right here, this father figure, this man of prestige, honor, and good character that I'm sitting with, man, I just learned so much from him. And man, like I tell you all the time, guys, like no matter what it is, no matter what the fuck you go through, keep going. That's the hardest thing to do.
Come on, preach, brother. Look, I'm here.
When you keep going, bro, like shit don't matter no more. If you got to eat oodles and noodles, if you got to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches,
Yeah.
you gonna do that shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it all starts with having the right mindset.
Absolutely.
That
Absolutely.
mindset can fuck with you. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Yes, sir.
And that's a lot of things too.
Yeah.
I've dealt with it. I still deal with
Yeah.
it. I'm not perfect, and nor do I
Absolutely.
have everything together.
Absolutely.
But I say this to say is that I'm willing to do the work.
Absolutely.
I'm willing to go through some of the struggles,
Absolutely.
if not all the struggles.
right.
But I've learned if I can eliminate them,
Yeah.
such as what we talked about
Absolutely.
with your mentors.
Absolutely. Come on, yeah.
Listen, hey, the
Look.
mentors be costing. Hey, shout out to Brandon Boyd. Shout out to David Shands.
Okay.
Shout out to everybody. Hey, shout out to Six Figure Strategist Nisha.
Look, come
Hey,
on.
shout out to Dee Boogie. Listen,
Yeah, out there.
these are moving pieces on the chessboard,
Absolutely.
and we're surrounding ourselves with kings and queens,
Yeah.
and we're keeping it within the community
Yeah.
of Black culture.
Hey, yo.
And we're for all cultures. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
Now, hey, all I'm saying is that I want to sit at the table with these millionaires.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I would like to get the message out to the masses and let them know that $1 today
Yep.
that is made can be the same dollar tomorrow that you invest in yourself. And then that's where it comes down to, like, because like I say, kids, I have to, when they look at me, they look at me as Mr. Bankroll, Mr. Got that shit in his pocket. And they don't know, hey, I got to go and go travel. I got to go make this happen. I can't not make it happen. I'm gonna miss some birthdays.
Yep.
I'm gonna miss some holidays. I'm gonna miss, man, how about missing me?
Absolutely.
Bro, I only ate one time today, bro.
Come on.
And I had to force myself to eat because
Yeah.
I was nervous about this interview.
Right, yeah.
You feel me? Like, but when you're passionate about it, food,
Yeah.
we needed to go to energy, the source of energy, this, that, and the third. But I have to say that it's like I am so honored and so blessed
Right.
to be connected with you and to be connected with the people around me.
Absolutely.
And like I said, a few people are gonna fall off along the way.
Right.
But connections like you,
Yeah.
Six Figure Strategist,
Absolutely.
Nisha,
Absolutely.
Chase,
Yeah.
like when she offered her place, I was like, man,
Yeah.
you ain't have to do that. I appreciate you,
Right.
but I'm gonna make sure it happens.
Absolutely.
You know, and what I get again, going back to you, man,
Yeah.
it's just the setup.
Yeah.
The ambiance is diabolical. You heard me? If I can pack up and take this shit with me, hey, I tell them right now, hey, listen, hey, you go and get that for y'all. I'll send me the invoice.
Right.
I'll take it used. Because guess what?
Hey.
I like to, one of my passions and goals too is to have a small setup
Yes, sir.
where it's
Absolutely.
where it clicks, or I can pick up the phone and you might be busy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to text you. Hey, I put it in this setting, but something happened.
Yeah.
And it
What I
didn't
need to
snap
do,
right.
right, yeah.
And I need to get it right. Or hey, I need this edited, but I don't have the time. If one of your team do it for me,
Absolutely.
I'll have you on the back end or something else, and you be like, all right, bro, listen, you got 5. And after 5, hey, you going to charge?
Yeah.
You know. But I've seen the late nights and the dedication that you put in and the work that you put in, man. And I have to say that it's been a interesting journey to watch.
Absolutely.
And it has definitely been one of the fire starters to get my shit together.
Yay, come on.
You
I
know what
love
I'm
it.
saying?
I love it.
Or
Yeah.
to make something shake out of nothing.
Yes, sir.
Because it's like you had a little bit of weed left.
Yeah.
And you got the shake and you got
You
to
got the
make
shake.
some
You
out
got to
of
make
it.
the shake
And you got to
happen.
make the shake happen. And like, y'all, you want to buy this?
Right.
You feel me?
Look, I did it. I was there. I used to sell the shake too. I used to sell the shake, y'all.
Hey.
Look, the shake
Hey.
smoke too.
Hey, the shit be burning.
Hey, look. And that's what's special about us too, is that we were in the hood. You see what I'm saying? So we can relate to the hood brothers as well. Like, you know, so I do a lot of non-for-profit and things like that. I go back to the hood often, man. You would catch me in the projects, you know, dressed just like this, y'all. Like, you know what I mean? But the thing is, I'm letting the young brothers know when they're ready, there is another side of this. You know what I mean? Because exactly. So the thing is, when y'all ready to leave the streets, I just want to let y'all know this is what it looks like. You know what I mean? This is what it looks like. You're going to have to learn to be. You're going to read a few books. You're going to have to go through a couple different things to make that transition, but it's there. It's there. And that's what I like to tell my young brothers, because all of them ain't ready to break away yet. You know what I mean? All of them ain't, some of them don't never break away. But the thing is, for those that want to break away and they call me and they hit me up like, Dee Boogie, I want to get into the professional game. I'm like, I'm right here. What you want to do? I'm about to pull up on you now, boy. Like, what you want to do? Or young lady? Like, so the thing is, that's what's special even about me and you, how we inspire each other. You see how, like, I'm inspired by you, you inspired by me, and that's how it should be. Right. And then we'll take that inspiration and go to the hood and inspire youngins that's coming up. So that's the whole idea, man. Like, and I feel like we are moving towards that direction. But we still got a little messy and selfishness in us, you know what I mean, and a lot of our culture, because of course we got places like Shade Room and things like that that kind of, you know, break people down. But I also love what Shade Room's doing too, as far as bringing awareness. You know what I mean? But once we get it all together, man, we'll be all right, man. Everybody make money. It's enough in it for everybody, man.
But people don't see that though, right?
No, they don't see that vision,
but comment, like I said, intentionality.
Yeah.
This was intentional.
Absolutely.
It took a couple years to get here.
Absolutely.
But this was intentional.
Absolutely. And
I would say that, like, even though, like, the Shade Room and OnlyFans and all the social media platforms are all making money in their own way.
Absolutely.
I feel that why can't we come together and create something? Here's a PR over here.
Right.
Here's a VA over there.
Right.
Here's a CFO, a CEO, and a COO, and all of us network together and create a CRM or a funnel that has our network in it. Now, it might have some negative connotation to it, but it won't be nigga this, FF that, mother baby that. It won't be none of all of that. You'll catch a little bit of here, a little bit of there, but I feel that, like, we have enough people of the masses at this level. And this is just entry level.
Yeah, it's an entry level, right? That's the
and that's where the gist of how everything is that if this is just the entry level, imagine how the advanced level, or just like say, sit in a room like you said before, to sit in a room with millionaires, trillionaires, ballers, women of prestige, honor, and be like, you know what? Hey, I got an idea.
Right.
And like I say, again, I got to shout you out one more time. Mr. Paramount, man. Listen, this is all factual.
Right.
But it's flew out to LA. Paid expenses to sit in front of Paramount, Netflix, and other networks that want him to be a part of their network and how they can come and influence the masses through him. A black man has done it, and he has paved the way for himself, his team, and he wears it perfectly. Where you never see him sweat. Like I can say, I've never seen him sweat, and nor have I ever seen him blink a tear of dissatisfaction or discouragement, man.
Not at all, man.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I can say I love that for you, and I hope to eventually sit in those rooms with these people, because what it takes, man, it takes heart, courage, faith, spirit, divine spirit of intentionality, consistency, discipline, respect, and to be honest. And you're an honest man, man. And like I said, I really, truly thank you for everything. And like I said, this is a business transaction. I just want y'all to know this shit ain't free. Know that. This shit ain't free.
Oh, it's keeping business. So since he's keeping business, you know, when you come to him, keep it business as well. And that's how you do it, right?
Hey, keep it beat.
It's always a keep it beat, look.
You know, definitely, man. What I can say is I am very, very intrigued. I'm going to stay on this path and this journey. And like I said, man, listen, if we can set up something where a ball happens for entrepreneurs. To really speak to the masses. Like you said, the lady that you spoke to earlier, they're from Job Corps.
Absolutely.
And a lot of those kids are with them are all 20 up and plus.
Right.
And they just have no sense of guidance or no sense of direction or where they want to go.
Right.
They just know I'm tired of being in the streets.
Absolutely.
They just know that I have to sell something in order to get here versus the opportunity. I'll say this. They know that the opportunity is there. They just don't know how to apply the opportunity to put them in position for their purpose. And they're not ready for their purpose because they're scared of that direction. And that's where we got to correct in the masses, man. That's where I'm at with it, right?
I agree.
Like I said, as we show our kids, as we show the masses, I feel that now, hey, we can come back and really hit it on the head and show that, hey, follow me. I'm going to lead you to the promised land of business, intentionality, integrity, intellectual conversations that don't have to be about money, women, men. It could be about, hey, I got 20,000, you got 20,000. Let's go invest into this property over here. Let's go. Or hey, listen, I ain't got a place to stay right now, but I'm flying in for this important meeting. And if you just gave me a couch, a pillow, and a blanket, I'm
That's
good.
Beautiful.
And when something like that happens, I like say, when people see that, it's like, man, they working. They put in their work.
I agree.
So like I said, I like it, man. So your mentorship, you want to like shout out your mentorship?
For sure.
Let them know how they can get in contact with you, and if you had a divine message to the people, what would it be, man?
Absolutely. So I'll start off with just knowing where to find me at. Hit me up on all social media, Dee Boogie Brown. That's DeeBoogie Brown. And also as well, my company, Juan Films, WONFILMS, 20XX if it's on Instagram, but Juan Films and Photography if it's Facebook or anywhere else. And as far as mentorship, just hit me up. Like if you're interested in the space, right now I got about 10 mentees that I talk to on a daily basis. That's a part of a lot of my productions and things like that. That's just learning, just filming production. So hit me up, like if you're interested, just reach out. Like, I'm very reachable. I respond back. Like I always got my phones on me. So let me know. And something I would leave everybody with before I get up out of here is a quote that I go by, man, that Rick Ross said, man. He, shout out to Rick Ross. He had the big car show here in Atlanta. But one of my favorite rappers is Rick Ross. And he said, determined to be the best. Don't look back at regrets. How many people you bless is how you measure success. And I always carried that with me. You know what I mean? Like people think that, it's all about what you do for yourself. But if you want to be eternal and you want to continue to grow and inspire, we're all about each other. So bless others and measure your success that way and not on how much money you have, because money is infinite and it leaves us and we can't take it with us. So the thing is, bless others, be kind, be nice, be inspirational. And that's all I got.
Hey man, listen, y'all heard it first right there, right? So I'm gonna add this. Listen, join my Facebook community, right? It's an accountability community where I'm holding myself accountability. I'm showing my vulnerability on there or how vulnerable I am. And starting tomorrow, I'm gonna put affirmations every day. And it's to really build out and get the people into the community. And for those who want an accountability coach, look me up. Hey, tell me what you want. I got a paid community, and that's gonna be on the WAP app. And hey, we go from there. We can start at a 21 day, and then we stretch it out to 90 days. To give you the accountability that you need to take your life to the next level. Because I'm on my way, Dee Boogie's on his way.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Mr. Paramount himself, he keeps saying that shit.
Yes,
but like
sir.
I said, man, I'm on all platforms. Real Shit Let's Talk podcast on every platform that there is. And if I'm not on that platform, hey, you still can find me.
Yeah.
Because, as I say, me, Dee Boogie gonna keep me in the loop. I'm
Hey,
keep
yo,
him in the loop.
come on.
And I say, salute my brother, man.
Yeah.
And say, follow us both, man.
Yeah.
And network. And if if you want me as a guest or you want him on as a guest, man, hey, just DM us, but be about business.
Be about business.
Serious. And I'm serious about my time.
Hey.
So my money, I'm up front.
Talk your talk,
I
King.
Up front.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in order to sit at the table with the masses, I'm building in these building blocks. Again, 8.5 hours on the road for this interview
Absolutely.
right here.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I say, it's a paid interview. So understand, I put in my money where my mouth is.
Hey.
I put my intentionality to where my passion is. And if you're passionate about it and you really, really got it in your heart, take the shot. Always take a shot on yourself. Never take a shot to the left. Always take a shot straight up. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much gonna be it, man. Like I said, Real Shit Let's Talk podcast, man. Listen, I'm going for the #1 spot. I'm going for the top 50 spots in podcasting. That is my goal for the masses. And it might not happen today, might not happen tomorrow, but guess what? I'm gonna keep shooting my shot. If I get number 23, guess what? I'm shooting in the gym. I'm gonna keep going. And like I said, I want to be in the vision of where others like to see. That I want to be that aesthetic man, that aesthetic leader that shows, hey, I made it out the mud, which we say is that we both come from hood backgrounds. We both come back living in the ghetto or this, that, and the third, and probably single or married backgrounds. I'm single parent household. I remember that's where I'm from. But again, it doesn't make you any less better than those who had 2-parent households. It's the man that you look in the mirror, it's the woman that you look in the mirror, and who you want to be. So always stay focused. Never give up hope. And I have to say, man, this man right here, 2 years in the making just to get to this one point. And it's all out my pocket. So I'm just saying, guys, if I could do, he could do, you can do it. And that's what we're teaching our kids, man. Intentionality, integrity, and keep the faith. You can't do nothing without God in your life or whatever spirituality or religion that you do. You can't do it without that. And man, I say I'm so thankful, man. I appreciate y'all. Is there any last words, man?
No last word. I think you covered everything, man. Like, this has been great. Thank you for having me, brother. Hey look, you already know we're gonna do a part 2 soon.
Hey,
so like,
listen, I'm ready. Hey, Mr. Paramount himself,
right?
Mr. Dee Boogie, Mr. One Time himself.
Yeah, let's do it.
He's on every platform and everything, man. Hey, this is the dude.
Yeah.
This is the man. This is the guy.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, Mr. Atlanta himself, he not
yeah,
from
right, but I'm here.
He here. And so you can find him, man.
Yeah.
Hey, also, like I say, find me on Real Shit Let's Talk podcast. Tell a friend, reach out to somebody and touch somebody. And always be ready to teach. I feel that reach one, teach one.
Absolutely.
That's one of my messages out there, man. And hey, he reached out to me, I reached out to him.
Yep.
And we here networking, making things happen in this aesthetic place. Hey, listen, tap in. I have a fee.
Yeah.
He has a fee. Hey, just be ready with the big B. All right, man. Shout out to everybody that has supported, that want to support. And if anything, if you ever want to donate, hey, we here. Hey, the bank's open, man. You know what I'm saying? Or sponsorship. Or brand deals.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the major leagues.
Yeah.
I've been in the minors.
Yeah.
Now I'm ready for the majors. All right, listen, man. Intentionality. Hey, we love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Real Shit Let's Talk podcast. Hey, we out.
Cut. Hey, my boy, look, my boy came up here and rolled 2 back to back, boy. I was like, I don't know how you did it. Look, but I respect it, boy.